възможностите за обучение в колежите, които представяме. Но също така наша роля е и да съдействаме в целия процес по кандидатстване, всичко, което е свързано с прекарване през иглените уши на admission комитета, който преглежда кандидатурите ви. Ако е необходимо да вземете някакъв сертификат, да кандидатствате за стипендия, ние сме на среща. Всъщност нашата роля е точно такава, да ви подкрепим в целия процес по кандидатстването. И Тинка, която пусна видеото на Les Roches Marbella, всъщност нейната задача е точно такава, да помага на всичките студенти, като държа да подчертая, нашите услуги са напълно безплатни към студентите. Нас университетите ни заплащат за това, което правим. Тази вечер имаме удоволствието Ниджат Мусаев, който отговаря за нашият пазар, да ни разкаже и е възпитаник всъщност на един от колежите, Glion, да ни разкаже малко повече за цялата група и за възможностите за обучение и реализация в тази индустрия. Well, Nijat, it's your turn now.
Good evening, everyone. And Dimitar and Tinka, thank you very much for organizing such a great event today. Unfortunately, it's an online event, but it's a pleasure to be with all of you who are participating with us today on the Summit seminar. I would love to say that my aim was to be in Bulgaria, and Dimitar knows. Until last week, I was planning to travel, but as you all know, during the COVID-19, in particular, the travel restrictions that are even imposed further, I couldn't make my trip. I wouldn't say that it was scaring me because I really wanted to visit Bulgaria, which I'm visiting at least 2 times a year and meeting lovely people every time. Dimitar can prove my words. This is happening since 2017. And once again, it's for me an honor to be with you this evening. So as Dimitar and Tinka mentioned, Summit Education is hospitality management schools, and my name is Nijat Musaev. I'm the business development manager for Central Europe, and also I'm in charge of the student recruitment from Bulgaria. And Skylines is our exclusive only partner in Bulgaria, which is our kind of replication who supports our students with everything they need from the A to Z, I would call it that way. And in particular, our champion person is Miss Tinka Pavlova, who will be your future point of contact with any questions related to admissions, program, career, questions, visas, anything that it would be your concern. They are true professionals who are representing us, and they will be happy to assist you with all your inquiries. Without taking further time, I'll start my presentation that I will share my screen, if you allow me. Just a second. So I believe everyone can see my screen. Great. So today we are going to speak about hospitality industry. And in general, you will explore the 2 world leading schools in this field, which are Glion Institute of Higher Education and Les Roches Global Hospitality Education. And to start my presentation, I would like to give you some information about what is hospitality industry. I believe in Bulgarian you say hotelier, hotelierstvo or hotelierski about the hospitality industry. Indeed, it is this, but nevertheless, the term hospitality management unfortunately doesn't have a direct translation in many languages worldwide. And hospitality term is referring to all the businesses that deals with customers. So universally, hospitality term is a group of businesses, including hoteliers, so that you know, it's a hotel management, it's a tourism management, but also many other fields. So this is a universal term that was originated back several decades ago, and it's very concrete term in the United States and in the Western countries, which is becoming our everyday life across the world when you would like to name businesses that link to this industry. So we don't say hotel industry, we say hospitality industry, because hotel industry is a subdivision of this huge industry that we're going to talk today about. So hospitality industry, as I said before, this is an industry which unifies many fields, many businesses, and just few of them to name. It's an entertainment industry, it's a sport organizations, it's international events, consumer technology, theme parks, finance, startups, and many other things. And you would perhaps question, what is actually what the finance has to do with hospitality or other fields? To give you some information, today, and particularly over the last decades, many industries and companies, when they hire people, they are not anymore looking for a professional which is just specialized in concrete industry. They need several skills that will be matching in one person. And as a result, for example, if we take a banks like JP Morgan, world famous financial institutions, they are interested in hospitality students because they have a hospitality knowledge as to how to work with people, because this is success for any business, we would call it that way, but also they know finance field. So when you have someone who knows how to work with people, how to feel emotional intelligence, how to implement soft skills, but also to have a financial background, it becomes a perfect match for them, because what the banks do, they invest in the relationship management, bringing new clients, investment in the properties, in real estate, and it all ends in tourism and hospitality industry. Or if we take a luxury retail, you would question, why would luxury companies hire hospitality students? Because hospitality students, on top of their business knowledge, they know how to deal with people, as I said before, and this becomes a key aspect. We hear these days a lot about artificial intelligence, about new technologies, but what is more important is that you can't replicate human feelings. This is not, at least in the nearest time, that will be possible. And this is very important key factor. And if you look for many jobs, to the basic requirements that companies in hospitality field or in the similar fields, they require the skills, they all say working with people, working in diversified environment, person who can deal with a complex situation. And the hospitality field is the best field that can help you to dive into this and learn these human skills, soft skills, people skills that are essential on top of your theoretical knowledge. So to move further, let's walk through the subdivisions of hospitality industry. So as we said, we have a hotel industry, which is an essential part of hospitality industry. And I would say that hotel business, hoteliers, as you say, it's touching around 30–40% of all the jobs worldwide within this industry, hospitality industry. And then the rest of the fields are other fields that we will be looking at in the next slide. So if you look here, you have some examples of world famous hotel chains like Fairmont, Shangri-La, Intercontinental, Four Seasons, Kempinski, IEG Group, Accor Group, and you can see some examples of our alumni who have studied with us, who work on the corporate, on the senior positions like vice presidents, regional directors, corporate directors, managing such a world famous hotel chains. If we go to travel and tourism industry, this is all about the airlines, it's about entertainment, cruise ships, it's theme parks like Disneyland, like airlines like Qatar Airways, Emirates, Turkish Airlines, and many others. So when we speak about, for example, airlines, many people would have in mind that I'm going to become a pilot or flight attendant, which is not the case, because if you look at the airline industry as a business, they also need the people who can develop their business across the world, who can be someone in charge of the sales, marketing, innovation, PR, corporate development, and etc. So, and another great example to give you here is that one of our alumni, he is a food and beverage manager of Etihad Airlines. So food and beverage, this is all about catering, which is happening on board, which is, I would say, most important time of your time on the flight when you travel from destination A to B, meaning this person is not only implementing his knowledge in food and beverage industry, because he's in charge of creating food concept for all the airlines of Etihad, but also bringing his business knowledge and hospitality knowledge all together into one position. As you see, several positions are unified under one field. And this is a very important aspect that you should take into consideration when you're thinking of your future career, how beneficial that will be for you? Will there be a demand, and how you will be professionally evolving in your future career? So if we look further, also, I believe culinary arts is another important factor in our everyday life, because you go to restaurants, to bars, to lounges, you spend your best time with your friends and colleagues, with your family members. And it's very important also for this business, which is part of hospitality industry, that you create the memories for people, you create experience for people that brings them back to their wishes, to their dreams. And this is what also we teach to our students, that if they're passionate about this particular field of culinary management, meaning managing the gastronomic experience, restaurants, Michelin type of restaurants, this is also possible. Then events and entertainment, this is another field which is a very popular field, like racing companies, Formula One, like UEFA, Olympic Committee, and many others, which are organizing the world championships, events, in entertainment things, that you could also manage such businesses if you are passionate. This is also integral part of hospitality industry. And as an example, to give you one of our graduates of Les Roches, he is a director of hospitality division for International Olympic Committee in its headquarters in Switzerland. He basically is in charge for all the venues, opening and closing ceremonies of Olympic Games. So if you are feeling that this is your field, this is also something you should dream of and make a plan how to achieve that dream. So this is also part of hospitality industry. Luxury brands, last but not least, to give you also a heads up here, it's not only about the luxury brands like Rolex, Cartier, Louis Vuitton, which are actually, and it's a main fields of luxury industry that they are hiring our students from our campuses, but also luxury brands can be a luxury experience. In general, the luxury industry, it's estimated 1.2 trillion US dollars in the worldwide GDP. And on top of this luxury industry, it's not only, as I said, it's about the luxury clothing brands and jewelry brands, but this is also about the hotels. It can be a luxury experience within the hotels, airline industry, and many other things. So luxury companies for around 7 years started to hire students from our schools. And we asked them a question: what's the main reason that you are aiming to hire students from hospital schools? And what the answer we received, that the students from hospitality management schools, they have, as I said at the beginning, the best skills, which are called customer skills, people skills. And this is most important factor for us when we hire employees for our brands. Like we have an example of people working as a brand ambassador. We have people working in guest relations, in corporate development, in the PR and marketing, in the world famous luxury companies. And you perhaps also notice all these brands in all the subdivisions. This is not just an examples that way you could work for. This is examples that we collaborate as a universities with these companies, which are going to become your future employers, because the programs that we teach to our students are based on one ultimate goal. We want you to be employable upon graduation. This is our ultimate goal, and therefore we created our programs based on their needs. So what is happening with curriculum of Glion and Les Roches on an ongoing basis is that we update the programs based on the service we receive from the employers to understand what are the new skills, new trends, new innovations that they would like to see in the young graduates that they would wish to hire. So it's collaboration with the industry, which we teach to our students. I would like to also emphasize here that what we do to make you employable and what is very important for us is being international. And both Glion and Les Roches are very international schools. We have around 4,000 plus students across our campuses and around 100 nationalities. This is very important when we speak about you gaining soft skills, people skills that I was speaking about, how to work with people. You obviously can't read that in the book. You need to be exposed to such environment. And our goal is to give you such environment while making sure that we have a balanced nationality mix on our campuses, but also to create your environment where you can gain your network all around the world. And for example, if you are following and what is founder of Alibaba is saying, in one of his interviews, he said that in life you can buy many things, but what you can't buy is your connections, your people surrounding you, because this is your gain throughout your life. And when you have your connections in more than 100 countries, and actually we have our alumni network, people who graduated in all of these years from our schools in more than 150 countries. So there is no single place and hotel or hospitality company that you would visit, there wouldn't be at least one person who works from Glion or Les Roches in a respective organization. And also it's very important factor when you are a student on campus that you are exposed to such a multinational environment. You get to know other people, religion, their beliefs, their background, and you find the way to them. So this brings you a new set of skills, how to work with any type of person, doesn't matter which background they have. And this is very important for future employers when they hire the people for the respective positions. So as I said also, we are working in a collaboration with the industry to bring the changes, innovations. And for example, as part of your studies, we implement the emotional intelligence workshops. We also bring the new technologies, critical thinking tools, how to put you outside of your box, out of your comfort zone, to also have an approach to complex problem solving, looking at the things from different angles, to brainstorm on the case studies of the companies that are facing an issues within this industry. So this is all part of your studies. And also, which is very important, is to practice it. On top of that, you hear the lectures, your classes, your theoretical knowledge. You need to implement this knowledge in order to understand it from the real life perspective. And as a result, as part of your studies on a bachelor program or on a master program or postgraduate program, students are obliged to do 2 internships for bachelor program students and 1 internship for postgraduate or master program students. What it means that you will leave the school in between your studies, you will do 6 months paid internship in the world famous companies you've been seeing in the previous slides, and you will gain professional experience, you'll get paid, you will be just a professional adult person at the age of 18, 20 years old. And this will also bring an additional asset to your profile, because you will be able to establish connections with the industry, with your future employers, and also implement your theoretical knowledge that you gained in university. And then you have a second internship, which you can do as well. And this is where you will be exposed to more supervisory type of jobs. Here is just highlights of previous 3 years that top companies hire students from Glion and Les Roches, and you can see here as a Tesla company, some examples, Apple, which are nothing to do with hospitality field, but actually they have the things to do, because any business in the world, practically every business, needs people in the hospitality division to manage the business from the customer perspective, from business development perspective, from PR or marketing. And therefore, this is bringing you idea what you could think of for your particular future career and your obviously wishes. This is something I would like to also mention about the ranking. I'm sure it's an important factor for many of you that I would like to get accepted to the best school in the world, to number 1, to number 2, or number 3. What I would like to say here is that both institutions, Les Roches and Gleon, not only in 2019 or 2020, but ongoingly for the last 25 years, maybe even more, they ongoingly ranked among top 3, top 5 schools worldwide for hospitality management. And we particularly been ranked on a constant basis as number 1 and number 2 school in the world for employment rate. We have almost 100% employment rate, which means most of our students, before they graduate, they receive a job offer and they sign a contract. You will hear from many universities what they're proud of, saying that students after graduating within the first 6 months secure internship. We are proud of that you secure your full-time job before you graduate, because we have a department who works closely with you on your last semester when you're on campus, which is called career department, career and development department. They will be working on your interview skills. They will be working on a stress management, how to approach the employers, how to do the interview, how to answer the questions, but also they will help you with your needs, where particularly you would like to see yourself. They will also bring some professional coaches from the industry who will guide you, who will put you in difficult situations. And they will also help you with finding a right job for your right profile. And as a result, in average, the students from our schools receive minimum 2 job offers before they graduate for their future full-time employment across the world. We are also proud to say that we are 2 out of 3 institutions in Switzerland and only 1 in Spain, because we have a campuses, that we are accredited by NECE. NECE means New England Commission of Higher Education. As you all know, it's very important to have a degree which is a recognized degree worldwide and respected degree. And NECE is an American accreditation organization, one of the 6 accreditation organizations of the United States, and the only one which is allowed to accredit institution not only in US but overseas. And we have a same level accreditation at university level, which means we are a degree granting institution from NECE. We have a same level accreditation as Harvard, Yale, and MIT institutions have from NECE. So this brings the assurance that you are, what accreditation means, that the professors, teachers that teaches you are the people from the industry who have an experience, who have a degree at minimum master level or PhD level, and they're true professionals, and the curriculum is respecting the academic regulations which are respected. Now, about our first school. So I would like to start, I'm sorry, just to see what's going on here. Actually, it was supposed to start from here. Our first school is Glion Institute of Higher Education. The school is located in Switzerland, in town Montreux. So Glion was founded in 1962, almost now 60 years, more than 60 years, 63 years. And the Glion is one of the world leading hospitality management schools. It's located in an old hotel Bellevue, which was founded back in 19th century, the building you see on the picture. Gleon is proud to have almost 2,000 students. It's in campus in Switzerland and also on its campus in London. Both campuses and in general, our institutions and Gleon itself, it's a full set of hospitality resort, I would call it that way. We want to expose you to the excellence, to the environment of excellence, where you can learn from the best, you can experience in your everyday the best of the best in terms of the restaurants, facilities, in terms of the campus facilities, in terms of your daily life, sport, and other things. You can have access to all the entertainment things, but also your dormitory where you live, and also your classrooms. So this is our Gleon Institute of Higher Education. Gleon also has a campus in London since 2013. So this campus is very new compared to our Swiss campus, but the Gleon campus was founded in 2013, as I said, with an aim to give you exposure to United Kingdom. So if you wish to study 1 semester or 2 semesters in UK on the Swiss hospitality program, you can also travel there during your bachelor studies. So our second school is Les Roches, our world famous Les Roches school, which is part of Summit Education. Les Roches was founded in back 50s, in 1954. It has a history of more than 70 years in the hospitality field. And Les Roches is very famous for its global exposure, apart from the Switzerland, which is a homeland for hospitality, because the first ski businesses started in Switzerland. Les Roches has a campus in Spain, which is the second listed touristic country in the world, and the third campus in China, in Shanghai, which is the third listed country by tourists. So the aim of Les Roches is to bring you back to the Swiss excellence, but also to give you a possibility to study in a different destinations, which are the champions in this hospitality field, and also to give you Swiss hospitality at different locations, perhaps based on your needs. Because, for example, what I noticed in Bulgaria, that many of the students would love to go to Les Roches Marbella campus. And I love to visit Les Roches Marbella campus because our regional office is there. And the Marbella campus of Les Roches was founded back in the 90s. It's an only Swiss hospitality school in Spain. It's a #1 in Spain. It's a member of United Nations World Tourism Organization. It does in collaboration with UNWTO and many governments, different hospitality projects worldwide. So Les Roches has a great heritage, not only in Switzerland, but also in Spain. And It's doesn't matter where location are, we have the same programs across all our schools. So this is a unique portfolio of the schools within Summit Education, which allows you, based on also your needs, your future goals, the country you would like to be, to study same model of studies. And now I would like to speak about the program that we offer to our students. So one of the first programs that we teach is called BBA. It's a Bachelor of Business Administration. As you see, it's not a hospitality degree purely. It's a BBA degree with hospitality component. So your degree will be called BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration, in International Hospitality Business. And also you will have a possibility to choose your minor, which is specialization, and I will speak about it at a later stage. So if we look at here, the program duration in both institutions, in Les Roches and Glion, is 3.5 years. It means you have 7 semesters in total. Each semester is 5 to 6 months. And out of the 7 semesters, you study semester 1, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So in fact, you will study only 2.5 years, 5 study semesters, where semester 2 and semester 5, this is when you will leave the school and you will do a full-time internship in the companies related to hospitality industry, for what you will also get paid. And you perhaps notice a flex here, which means that doesn't matter in which school you study. For instance, you can go for semester 3 to a sister school, which is Les Roches or Gleon, to each other and to its campuses in London, China, Spain, or United Kingdom or Switzerland. I would like to also describe a bit here that semester 1 in our campus is purely practical semesters, where you're exposed to the demonstrations of the restaurants, of the hotel type buildings on the campus. You will do practical things with the professional instructors during your first semester, where semester 3 is purely theoretical. This is when you will study basis of hospitality industry and administration of hospitality industry. Semester 4 is also purely hospitality, but with a mix of business studies. Semester 6 is purely business studies, and semester 7 is your specialization. And you would be wondering about the program, because we focus in different angles. Business administration, hospitality, and your specialization is to equip you with diverse knowledge that you can bring tomorrow as an added value for your future career. And for your entire bachelor program, you will be studying more than 45 courses, which means you will have an understanding of different aspects of the industry, of future business, and in general, to gain your profession. For comparison, I would like to say that in a classic university in Europe, in other places, for entire bachelor program, you only study 18 courses to 20 courses, where here you'll be studying 45 courses. And out of these 45 courses, 25 courses will be in general education, 25% of them will be in general education field, also to equip you with additional knowledge, which will make a big asset for your professional growth. So about Gleon, on top of your BBA degree in hospitality, you have a 3 type of specialization. It's a luxury brand management, it's international events, or international hotel development and finance. If you don't want to be specialized, you can, then you will study a little bit from all 3 specializations. When it comes to Les Roches, we have 4 types of specializations called entrepreneurship. If you are passionate about the startups, your own business, entrepreneurial jobs, digital marketing strategies, it's about new innovations and technologies in hospitality industry, like apps like Uber, Airbnb, many other things that are very famous in the hospitality field. This is something is focused on hotel finance, performance, and the performance management specialization. And you also have a resort development specialization as available option for you. So now also to quickly go over, for those who are interested in postgraduate studies, Gleon offers 4 types of master programs. So all the master programs in Gleon are 1.5 years, which means 3 semesters, from which 2 are study semesters, and the last semester is internship semester, which is then transforming to a full-time employment. So you may study the core master program, which is called Masters in International Hospitality Business, which is, as I said, all of them is 1.5 years, 1 year studies and 6 months internship. But also you can study specialized master programs like luxury management and guest experience. You have also hospitality, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And you also have finance, real estate, and hotel development specialization. When we speak about Les Roches offers wide range of programs. So we have Masters in International Hotel Management, which is a 9 months program, plus 6 months internship. We also have a Masters in Marketing and Management for Luxury Tourism, which is 9 months program, plus 6 months internship. We also have an Executive Master program, which is for those who work in hospitality industry. They can't leave their job. They would like to gain an executive experience, and they already have a background in hospitality. So you may join this program, and this program allows you to study from your home without traveling to campus for full-time studies, but you need to make 4 to 6 trips each for 5 days within the 11 months period for intensive studies, and then to study the rest online. And the champion program that we have, it's called Postgraduate in International Hospitality Program. This is for those who have a bachelor degree, but they realize that this is not the field that they would like to work, and they would like to change their career for hospitality management. This is an intensive program that will allow you to do so. So it's a 6 months of studies and 6 months internship in our both Swiss and Marbella Spanish campus. Now, this is the end of the presentation. I would suggest for all of you to make a picture of the slide, screenshot, save it, because Tinka is going to be your friend. For me, it will be as well the pleasure to assist you, but Tinka will be your main point of contact in your future communication for any questions you may have. Also, I would like to say that it was even the short presentation, intensive presentation for all of you. But the aim of this presentation was to expose you, to take you to hospitality industry. And if you would require a personalized consultation, we may schedule one. And again, the Tinka will be able to schedule one with me or with my colleagues, and we can discuss your personal needs during the call and to understand what is best for you. On top of this, I would like to also mention that a few things to you. One of them is about people worry about COVID and COVID-19 that is happening and hitting us during the 2020 year. But, and obviously, one of the sectors which are suffering from it, it's a hospitality industry. But also I would like to say that after bad hit from COVID-19, the regions like Asia in a 1 month period gained 70% business back. Already people start to live with the COVID, and many businesses are transforming and bringing an additional security measures. And what we see that many hotels, they didn't stop. They actually invest because they know that once the pandemic finishes, the tourism industry, hospitality industry will be the fastest recovering industry for the objective reasons, because people want to travel, people want to meet others, people want to go to restaurants, they want to use a spa, they want to use the basic facilities. And this is something that will be in demand for many decades. And for example, to give you a comparison, back in 2008, when many economists are comparing COVID-19 to the world financial crisis of 2008, when that happened, the hospitality industry was a leading industry which recovered within 1 year after the world financial crisis. And something else to say here to you is that you may investigate it yourself. The world leading hotels like Ritz-Carlton, IAG Group, Marriott Group, they are planning a huge openings in 2021 and future investments up to 2025 across all the locations in the world, which purely says that there will be increased demand for professionals, and in particular for hospitality graduates. Another thing that I would like to mention is that, of course, the fact that pandemic happened, it hit it, I would say, everyone on our planet, and particularly you as well. And Les Roches and Glion, both institutions, are understanding their corporate social responsibility. Therefore, with a collaboration with various organizations and the SOME Education Group and our investors, we have put in place a significant budget to help people around the world with financial scholarships, merit scholarships that you may aim for. So these scholarships can be from 10 up to 30% of scholarship. In very exceptional cases, it can be 35%, which means that you can get maybe 10, 15, 20, 25, 30% scholarship for your entire program during your studies. About the scholarships, I'm not going now to speak about the details here because it depends on your profile and the program you apply and when you apply, but I may say that if you want to secure a scholarship and to have a high chance, we recommend to apply before end of January as the latest, because then our budget gets exhausted. Again, the Skylines will be more than happy to assist you with all the information you will require for. And it's our unique initiative between Skylines to help the students in Bulgarian market in particular to have an access to these possibilities. So I believe I covered everything. I will give words back to Dimitar Alexandrov and Tinka Pavlova so they can sum it up everything here. Thank you very much. Благодарю.
Thank you very much, Nijat. I will proceed in Bulgarian for a second, if you allow me.
Of course.
Сега ще ви подканя, ако имате някакви въпроси, можете да ги зададете както на английски, така и на български, да ги обсъдим в ефир, за да може повече от вас да достигнат до отговорите, които ви интересуват. И в чат секцията от дясната страна на екрана ви съм поставила един линк с графика на Ниджат за утрешния ден, където можете да си букнете среща с нас двамата и да разговаряме детайлно за вашите интереси. Би трябвало до края на утрешния ден да получите имейл с запис от днешното събитие, както и малко допълнителна информация за програмите на Les Roches и на Glion, условията за кандидатстване, но наистина не се колебайте, задавайте смело въпросите си писмено в чат секцията, за да можем да им отговорим сега и още веднъж да ви поканим да си запишете индивидуална среща с нас. Nijat, I was introducing your Calendly link for scheduling a meeting with you. I cannot hear you because you're...
Yes, thank you very much for that, Tinka. Shall I say something here, or I believe you covered everything in Bulgarian?
I believe maybe you can say something about the English requirements.
Okay, so basically we have English requirements as an institution for a bachelor degree program. The minimum requirement is 5.5 IELTS or TOEFL equivalent, which is around 8 points in IBT. But on top of this, if you are passionate to apply, we have our internal test to check your English language skills. Depending on that, you will be recommended further which test to take. We also have intensive English language courses on our campus prior to your program, which can be 6 weeks or 15 weeks. So this is also all possibilities that we provide to students. And once again, if you would like to participate in our test prior to application, Skylines will be more than happy to help you with that and with us. And we will be pleased to then take it further and discuss with you your options.
Okay, we have a question. Thank you. We have a question from Milen Denchev. Can you tell us same fees for master programs? Maybe I can answer here. We will send you tomorrow links for all the programs and the fees for all the programs.
Just to tell you the range, it depends on the school and which one you apply and which type of program you apply, because you have seen these a lot. And we recommend them also based on your background and profile. But also to tell you, the scholarships can be different, the fees can be different. For example, the lowest postgraduate program fees, just the study fees, is starting around 13,000 euros. For some master programs, the fee starts from 19,000 euros. For some master programs, fee starts for 22,000 Swiss francs. So it's really different from one school to another school in the program. It's not required to know the German because the language of the hospitality and our schools is English. So English is enough. In Switzerland, the schools are located in the French-speaking part. French language is not required, but it's good if you know the French language, but you will also study French language when you're on campus for a bachelor program. You will also have an option for German language if you wish to take one. And the same goes for Spain. You will be able to study Spanish, French, or German on top of your classes, but everywhere the program is in English. In Switzerland, the schools are located in French-speaking part. In Spain, it's in Marbella, Andalusia region, next to Gibraltar, the south part of Spain.
I have another question from Spasimir Velev. What is necessary for a scholarship? And the next question from Miroslav is, how can I apply for a scholarship?
So I will start with the last question and we'll explain. To apply for a scholarship, it doesn't mean you just apply for a scholarship. You need to do the things in parallel. You need to submit your application for the program you are interested in. You first need to understand with the skylines after checking if you are eligible for the program. And then you will need to apply for the scholarship. As I said, we have two types of scholarship. It's based on financial needs or merit-based needs. For example, if you believe you are a fantastic person, you have achievements in a life, you are unique in certain things, you may apply for a merit scholarship or you may apply for financial aid scholarship. If you apply for financial aid, we will need to understand what is your financial situation. You will need to provide such documentation. And in both case scenarios, the scholarship will depend on your profile, documentation you submitted, and the various factors, the interview that will be conducted with you, and it will be then decided which scale of scholarship you are awarded. So I believe I covered everything. So what is scholarships and how to apply. So you always need to apply for the program and for the scholarship at the same time. We can review all the education programs precisely again. Basically, the best way to review all the programs is that Tinka will send you a link for our school's website and the brochures, and you can just access Glion and Les Roches website and see the programs, but also you will receive over emails all the brochures, information about our programs. But I would say it's sometimes very complicated for you to, when you look at the programs, to understand which one is a great. What we usually advise is that give a call, arrange a call with Mr. Alexandrov over the video or with Ms. Pavlova, and just ask them, just give them a little bit background about you so they can navigate you to the right programs that would fit your profile. That I think would be the best way. So you can then receive a detailed brochure.
Оставила съм отстрани в коментари линковете към сайтовете на Les Roches и на Gleon като цяло, за да можете да си ги разгледате в момента. Но пак да повторя, утре ще получите линкове отново с разпределени по бакалавърски, магистърски, MBA програми, за да ви бъде по-удобно изнесена информация за всяка една от програмите и линкове към самите програми с описание какво точно се изучава, колко семестъра е. И тук е момента да вмъкна само таксите, за които спомена Ниджат. Това са такси, които включват обучение, настаняване, хранене и учебни материали. Тези базови такси, за които той спомена, това са цялостните такси, които вие плащате за един семестър. Ниджат, I was explaining that the fees that you mentioned are full fees, including accommodation, food and educational materials and all the stuff. This is the final amount, right?
Yes, that's correct. No, that was only tuition fees, which I was mentioning, study fees. If you want to live on campus and benefit from additional campus facilities, then the additional fees on top of that.
Okay.
It again depends on the location and the school and the program.
The one that you mentioned for the BBA, I believe it was the full with accommodation.
No, for BBA program in Marbella, the tuition fees is 16,000 euros, for example, in Spain. Yeah. And then you have around 9,000 euros for the 6 months period. It's for your full board, meaning breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your uniform, your health insurance, your books, and your accommodation, meaning all inclusive. And therefore, it will be fees for the one semester around 25,000 euros. When you gain a scholarship, it's not applied toward living cost fees. It's only applied toward study fees, which I just mentioned. It's 16,000 euros in Spain. The study fees in Switzerland start from 24,000 Swiss francs in Les Roches and 28 to 30,000 Swiss francs in Glion. But that's only tuition fees. The living cost per semester on BBA program in Switzerland is around 10,000 Swiss francs. It's the same in US dollar.
Thank you.
Okay, I believe Nijat covered most of the topics tonight. And of course, once again, anybody who is willing to meet him tomorrow, he's available, and his schedule, his calendar is in the chat section. So you can easily book a meeting with him. Nijat, thank you very much once again for the wonderful presentation. And I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you very much for everyone, and for you, Tinka and Dimitar, for organizing this wonderful evening, virtual evening, I would call. I hope next year beginning we can already meet live in person in Bulgaria.
Yes,
I
hope so as well.
Have a wonderful evening to all of you. Stay safe, healthy, and take care of yourself and your family.
Thank you, Nijat.
Nijat.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Леко вечер на всички. Благодаря.